And hey, I'm back again because back-to-back segments of waivers and news have been really busy. Hiccups are still there. I am totally sorry. Again, at 30BFF if you're seeing this over the waiver or before the waiver show. Beerfield Fantasy Shots. I just did the waiver episode a few minutes ago. I'm doing the news here right now. Not a lot of news as it's Tuesday. Most isn't that big unless there's Zeke updates and fuck that shit. Co-host at Nick Sparts with the Z9NS at Hot BFF with two P's. I'm two Sean's motherfuckers. Here we go with the news. That was weird. Mike Wallace practiced today. As long as he clears his concussion protocol, he could, or prior to Thursday night's game, he could play. I don't expect him to. The Ravens really fucking need him now if he does. Next, Mike Nugent was signed by the Cowboys to replace Dan Bailey, who is expected to miss several weeks as he injured his groin against the 49ers on Sunday. Um, as much as we want to see a big ass strong safety kick extra points, the Cowboys kind of need an actual kicker. Um, he automatically becomes a potential stream. He automatically becomes a streaming option for fantasy, as this Cowboys offense is pretty fucking good. Next, Devonta Parker appeared to be practicing today. His status for Thursday's game is still unclear. Stay tuned tomorrow for a clear assessment on him. Just like Mike Wallace, I don't expect him to play either on a short week. If he doesn't go, I don't hate Kenny Stills. I don't necessarily like him as much as Nick does. I don't like this passing offense as much, though I do believe Landry will get targeted a shit ton. Though Stills got targeted more by Matt Moore, tongue twister, when he came into the game over Landry, and also had his two touchdowns with Matt Moore. Next, Giants expect Sterling Shepard to be back after the bye week. Great, because you need more receivers in this core, as the rest of them are completely shit. This is actually good for Evan Ingram as he continues to beat up teams. He will start to see um, more and more of that coverage roll to him. I know it's a little harder for a tight end, but he will be blanketed. He will be chipped out of the line and not get out on his routes clearly. A guy like Shepard helps kind of ease that. Expect these guys to play on opposite sides when Shepard comes back to kind of help with this. Um, and then also stay tuned and see if Shepard actually plays more on the outside instead of just inside with no Marshall or Odell. Next, NFL has closed their investigation on Jarvis Landry for domestic violence, per Josina Anderson on Twitter. Um, this was due to just a lack of evidence. This was already suggested, wasn't even a thing. It's just now it's officially done and closed, and thank God. Next, I mentioned the waiver on the waiver wire show. Excuse me, Juju Smith-Schuster is in concussion protocol. I don't know how the hell this happened because he played out the entire game against the Bengals on Sunday, and then this just happened. I expect them to beat this, or phrasing. I expect them to pass this and play this weekend. Wow, this is bad. Oh, sorry about that, guys. Marshawn Lynch suspension is upheld. He will miss week 8. Good. Hasn't been. I don't think he's been bad for this offense as they try to get him involved early, and I think it fucks with the flow. This is a pass-first team. They need to utilize that. Looks like Richard and Washington will see split. Who gets to start? Who the fuck knows? Coin flip. My shot bet would be on Washington. I believe he got in before Richard um, after Lynch was suspended. Uh, Either way, though, I don't really like the matchup against Buffalo, as Buffalo looks to be able to be passed on more than run on. But the offense itself looked a lot more explosive, with Lynch not as their primary running back. Next and last piece of news: Jason Peters, left tackle for the Eagles, starting left tackle for the Eagles, tore his ACL and MCL in the game last night against Washington. This is super sad. A great player when healthy. Could never really stay healthy. Um, as he's been battling this. He's 36 years old, I read. He may be done. Sucks for the Eagles as this offensive line is pretty fucking good. And as we saw in the first quarter against Washington, when getting to Wentz caused them a lot of stress and play poorly. I don't expect big drop offs from anybody, but it's a wait and see, and it's more or less just a note of sucks to see a good player go down, just like Joe Thomas on Sunday, and having him snap that massive consecutive streak. So that's all the news I got. Tuesdays are typically quiet. Please like and subscribe on our YouTube. Let us know how we're doing. You can ask me why I'm doing these with hiccups. All that all that glorious shit. We'll be back tomorrow. You'll get Nick for his starts and sits. I'll be back on Thursday, hopefully minus hiccups, to do my news. Anything can happen Thursday. Friday is DFS with Hopper. And then Nick will be back on Saturday to do ins and outs. And then Sunday you'll get those guys live during their Q&A before the London game kicks off between the Browns and mine and Nick's Vikings. So that's all I got. Again, I'm really sorry for the hiccups these last 2 episodes. I just want to get them out there for you guys before the night ends. Hope you guys have a great night. Peace. Deshaun's.